welcome to Meet the Teacher, or the teachers in our case. So we just wanted to start off by saying we really love getting to know your children. We still don't know them fully, but it's been a fantastic few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
Yeah, and they've come in, they've behaved really well, they've really got to grips with the COVID situation, which has been brilliant, and now we're really just immersed in our usual learning experience in Year 6 as much as possible. So just to start off with, we wanted to just give you an overview of what the different themes are going to be that we're going to be covering this year. And at the moment we're focusing on aspirations, which that's a favourite of mine actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we look at Wonder, which I'm sure you're hearing about at home, which is a fantastic text, and it really does, it covers a lot of issues that are really, really significant for children of our Year 6 age, and we're doing some really interesting writing around that.
It's nice because it's one that we come back to all the way through the year.
Yeah.
There's different friendship issues, or different types of behaviour, or different aspects of their learning challenges come up. We kind of always refer back to actually the really nice models that we've had from Wonder. So it's lovely, lovely to be.
And after that we go on to a voyage of discovery, and that includes looking at some geography, looking at volcanoes and earthquakes, and also thinking about Darwin, and ties into the science, evolution, we look at different places in the world as well. Then it's Who's the Mummy, which is, that's one of yours, isn't it?
Yeah, the Egyptians. And the children get to watch the mummification of a fish so that they can write about the practices and belief systems behind the ancient Egyptians, which is a mixture of how well that goes down well, but we think it's a fun project.
And then we go on to World War II, and that's for a whole term, but that's because, again, we think that's really interesting for the children, and we can do lots of different aspects of our curriculum through that. The writing, obviously, again, the history, and the focus for that is sort of the way things work at home, so that's got a nice kind of domestic feel to it as well, hasn't it? And then we end up with highlights, including this year, Bristol, and our Goblin cars, and just lots of exciting events getting ready for high school, and saying goodbye to us here at Chesford.
We've had a really, really wonderful response to homework. I want to say thank you to all the parents for getting involved with that and supporting your children, because it's been wonderful. Top 10s are being carried out, so lots of children are going home with additional house points. They're getting 10 house points for doing their IXL Maths, 10 house points for IXL English, 10 house points for showing that they've been reading, as well as extra house points for reading targets and things like that. And it's brilliant. The first week was great, and then this second week even more house points have gone out, so the uptake on homework has been wonderful, and I think that that's really good in preparation for high school. So if they can keep that up, that is absolutely fantastic. One of the things that you might find, or you've found so far, is that when they're working on a skill that they find particularly tricky, if they start to feel demotivated, we don't want any children feeling upset or demotivated. So it might be on not as a general rule, but on that particular skill, they might want to go back and look at the same skill in Year 5, because it may be that there's a gap there, and that can help them fill it. They don't then have to go on to the Year 6 one. It might be that's enough to kind of get them boosted up on that skill a little bit. It might be that they practice the Year 5 one really briefly and actually move then on to the Year 6 one. It might be that they are fantastic and really get that skill and try the Year 7s if they so want to. We don't mind that at all. IXL, if they do start to get it wrong, does flag up actually how to solve it, what went wrong. But two really wonderful resources that we recommend are the Carol Vorderman books. So that's the maths one and the English one. There are some other ones, but these two as basics are wonderful because they break down the different aspects of mathematics that we look at, as well as the grammar for the writing. And they are about £5 a book in the works, or I've seen them in TK Maxx for the same price. The book club, book people. And actually some of the supermarkets as well have been selling these, so that they're really wonderful books with step-by-step guides in them. So that may well help you as well when they're bringing back their homework and we're thinking, oh, it's a while ago since I looked at that aspect of grammar. So, yes.
And then also just keep going with the reading. That's always such a big thing for us, the reading. And we just want to start hearing about book recommendations and what your children are reading at home, and perhaps they're reading with you as well as reading a book by themselves. So it's all about the reading this year as well. Really, really a key focus for us. So uniform, we don't really need to say much about uniform because your children are looking fantastic, they're looking smart, they're looking like Cheswood students, just the way we'd like them to look. So just keep it up really, make sure they're wearing their PE kit on the right day. We are having to keep the windows open here more than usual as the weather climate or the temperature drops. So if they wish to wear their PE hoodie, if they're cold, they can do that as well. So that's not a problem at all.
I've had a few children saying that they're starting to get cold. It's always that thing of in the summer they overdress, and then in the winter they're always far too cold. If you, they could also wear layers underneath their PE clothing or their shirt. So I said to them, as long as if we can't see it and it's just additional layers, it's just a nice way for them to keep warm, because we do need to keep that airflow going through the classrooms. We have our plan, we have all the things we need to cover, so if we keep looking to the left, we're not watching a tennis match, we're just checking to make sure we don't miss anything at the moment.
So with SATs, we're just going to be covering different aspects of that throughout the year. We've already begun to do a weekly arithmetic quiz, which the children get very accustomed to. It's only 10 minutes a week. And as their skills and understanding of the Year 6 curriculum builds, so too does their ability to score highly in these quizzes. So what we're really going to be doing is teaching, obviously, the curriculum to your children, and then they will be prepared for the SATs through doing mocks later on in the year, and just having exposure to some of the SAT-style questions through our grammar that we do in English and our turbo maths sessions, and then some of the maths questions that they're faced with. So it's not going to be a sudden shock for them. We're just going to be kind of talking about it casually throughout the year, and nearer the time we'll be giving you more information about it.
Again, we're looking at homework, but again, it's just, please just carry on as you're doing. The minimum, so I recommend is 15 to 30 minutes for English IXL, then 15 to 30 minutes for the maths, so separately. And at the moment, some children are falling on just that lower part, so just to make sure that they don't drop over, that'd be fantastic. But again, really happy with that. There are some games going on the website for spelling.
So we're setting up some gamification, which is a new buzzword in education. But essentially, there's some games that will be attached to the homework that children can just click on, and we'll be talking about those in class and setting them up. But they'll be for things like spelling, but also some science activities, and hopefully tying into other foundation subjects. So we'll be building up a bank of those activities. There are also knowledge organisers on the website for all or most of the curriculum subjects that we're covering, so children can have a look at those, and links are on the homework for them there.
If you have any questions about the written methods, so at the moment they're, as a class as a whole, subtraction's going fantastically, addition is going fantastically. I think they feel more confident with multiplication. Subtraction is always more the wobbly one. We've got the supporting kind of guidance on the website again, so that's worth taking a look at. But if you like any kind of advice on delivering short, long division or short division or the multiplication methods, then please don't hesitate to contact us. And we're happy to run through those with you as well. Another one is getting the kids to record themselves doing it as well, so they can remind themselves. So if they start to get the hang of it, then they can kind of just make the little videos, and that way if they ever get stuck, they can check back and think, oh yes, that's how I needed to do it. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's been a really lovely start, and yeah, hopefully we can carry on the way we've begun.
Brilliant. Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
time. Bye.
Bye.